Good morning, everybody. This is in the middle of the Mid-Autumn Leaf Festival, and I've been having a little vacation with my family. So, and that's an adventure that I'll talk about either in this video or another video, but I just wanted to get something out. I am in a filet. This is a filet is essentially a public building, often not having walls. You see them over in Polynesia, you'll see them in Italy, you'll see them in Greece. You won't see them in the United States. This is just a free public space that's sheltered from the weather. And fillets are useful. They're just a community space. You don't have that in the United States, but you have it here. In China, this is the fillet that's in my housing complex. And I live in a very nice housing complex. I'm not going to lie about that. I've talked about this already. So this fillet is glass enclosed, and of course it's got nice furniture and everything. It's nice public furniture. And there's a lot of differences between the United States and China. Everybody talks about ooh and ah this and high-speed rail and all kinds of cool ass stuff. But I am tired of that stuff. I'm just going to show you where I live. I've mentioned this before. This is one of the nicer complexes here that I own. On my YouTube are lots and lots and lots of videos where people are talking about leaving the United States. Used to be they were talking about passport bros who were looking for a wife in another country, or nomad capitalist nomads that would try not to lay claim to one particular country but would move around. These YouTube videos are now being displaced by other videos. And these other videos are of the type of, we got to leave the United States now. It is not sustainable to live there. And people are like, well, if I plan and budget maybe in a couple of years, I can get the hell out of the United States. People, a couple of years, there won't be an ability for you to leave the United States. In my personal opinion. The best time to have escaped from the United States was before 2008. That's getting increasingly difficult. We've got the government doesn't even care at all about human rights, freedom of speech, citizenship. They can take away your ability to travel outside the United States for the flimsiest of reasons and all sorts of issues like that. So, and that's the harsh reality of life. It's just the harsh reality of life. So that's what's going on right now. I'm seeing lots of these videos on the Metallic Man website. Of course, I've placed some of them there. I don't want this to end up being one of those the world is coming to an end, doom prepper websites or anything like that. But it is an ongoing issue of things that's happening right now. We are at a historical time. A very historical time, a time of great change. How you manage that change is dependent upon you. You have to manage that time, and you have to plan it out. And therefore, I always talk about affirmations as saying affirmations are the answer. Affirmations are the key, and you should always be aware of that. I'm going to say hi to these people here. Ni hao.
Ni hao.
Hey, baby. Not cute. Grandma's walking her daughter, young daughter, down here in the complex. And there's a family of cats that lives over here. I see them when I jog in the morning. They put out a little box here, if you can make it out. Little box, where's that little box? There's a little box. And I gotta tell you, so I went up, the vacation was just gonna, a quick little vacation for maybe 3 or 4 days. It was a 4-day vacation. We went up to a resort in northern Guangzhou. And of course, this is Golden Week and everybody's on the road. I'll tell you what, it was crazy ass shit. It was just traffic, but I managed things well. Everything was fine. I used my GPS coordinates and my map application, which is pretty damn good. And I didn't have any problem until the very end. And then it switched from green to blue. Now, blue means secondary roads. But a secondary road can be anything from a small driveway to lordy, a mountain road. And we ended up getting a 3-hour mountain road, a lumber road, on the side of the mountains. And we were going up the mountains and down the mountains and up the mountains and down the mountains in precarious areas with signs warning, be careful, don't fall off the side of the cliff. And it was literally a side of a cliff. We could have fallen and nobody would have ever found us for another 100 years. And we finally went through all that, and we got there, and the road had a gate there. It was closed. I'll see, holy shit. After this arduous, just absolute arduous trip, we finally go there with a gate at the end, and we called the resort, and the resort says to us, well, you just turn around and go back your other way and recalculate. My wife, she just started freaking out. She's like, we spent 3-4 hours on this terrible mountain road. We will rather abandon the damn car here than go back through that because it's too dangerous. And so they said, okay, we'll send a guy. So they sent a manager out there, and the guy comes on over, and he has the key to open the gate, but he says, no, this is a nature preserves. We don't want to risk having a giraffe escape or an elephant wander off. And if we have to make an excuse for you, we have to make excuses for everybody else. You know what my wife did? She handled it as a Chinese person would. She called the police. In China, the police is to help the people. They are to facilitate problems. They help the people. And you want to know what they did? They did exactly that. That's exactly what they did. Police came on over, like within 5 minutes, the police was there on a motorcycle. We explained, we showed them the map. We said, we can't go back. It's too dangerous. The road map keeps on telling us to go to here. All we want to do is get back to the resort. He says, okay, unlock the gate, got us through, locked the gate, and then escorted us over to the resort. And then we went over there. We were treated well, but that's the whole issue that we experienced. It was something else. Now, why am I telling you this story? Well, it's a nice story in itself, but let me explain to you why I'm telling you this story. Last week, the week prior to this little vacation, I had a little term added in my affirmations. And the term was, we have a nice, healthy life with good food, beautiful air, healthy environment, with an occasional bout of adventure. After we went through this horrible event, it was horrible. My wife was crying. My kid wasn't aware of anything, but I was shaking because, up and down, all this stuff. After all this, it's a good thing it was a nice day. Holy crap, if it was raining or night, oh God. But anyways, after all this, I kept on saying, now that was an adventure. I must have repeated myself about 20 times. Now that was an adventure. And then later on, the very next day, opened up my affirmations and read. We occasionally have a little adventure to spice things up in our life. Holy crap. That was an adventure for sure, but that was not what I thought of. Perhaps it's been so long since I had an adventure that I forgot what an adventure is like. So, Lord help me. So you know what I did? I took my pen and I crossed off those words about having an adventure. And sure as shit, I'm not going to do that again. No way, Jose. I'm not going to allow that to happen again. You know? So, got to keep that in mind. Now, this part here behind me, this is the entrance to the pool. It's not open yet, but this is we got a couple of pools. We've got an indoor recreational area, a lot of fillets and stuff like that. In China, guys, it's a society for people to live, not a society for people to make money. That's where the United States and the rulers, the oligarchs don't get it. We don't, people who lives in a society where you have a roof over your shoulder, you can eat whatever food you want, and you have time to have fun, don't understand the people in a capitalist society is like, oh, you can become rich, you can make all this money and stuff. Face it, guys, in the United States, you don't own anything. You think you own a car. You think you own a car. Most people are just renting that car. You think you own a house. Anything that can be taxed, anything that can be seized because you can't pay the tax on it, anything that can be function to rules and regulations, you don't own. You don't own that stuff. That's just the way it works, and that's a capitalist society. So anyways, this is the entrance to the pool, and eventually it'll open up. We got some nice pools over here. That's one thing I like about China. It's a society of people and family. That's why you see a lot of kids about and multi-generation households. And that's the Chinese way. Basically, you've got the grandparents, the parents, maybe brothers and sisters, and all the kids, and everybody looks after them. You don't have daycare here. Not really. You might have a nanny or something if you're well heeled, but most people they have family watching over their kids, family raising kids, and that's the big difference. So, anyways, so I just wanted to explain to you how these affirmations affected my little vacation. It was very, very unexpected. That's the way affirmations are. If I put in, I want to have an adventure, you sure as shit will know that an adventure will come my way, and I will say, man, that was some adventure. And that's exactly what happened. The issue and the unexpected part was, I really don't want that, but that's what I asked for. I really didn't want that, but that's what I asked for. I really didn't want that, but that's what I asked for. Be careful what you ask for. I guess that's the rule. Now, moving back, the United States is going through a lot of changes right now. Many, 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 many changes. So, everybody, you have to be on your guard, be flexible, be like water, and take care. Oh, Wikeram, what are you talking about? Yeah. So, see, this is the kind of stuff you see, huh? Granny is helping. See that? Granny's helping the boy doing the bars. So be careful what you're asking for, okay? Just be careful. I'm gonna go get up. It's maybe 9 o'clock in the morning right now, and I want to get myself something to eat. People, whatever you do with your life, you are the architect of it. Affirmations are the way you control the reality because it's movable, and it's never been as malleable as it is right now. And there's various reasons for it. I can talk about the Oompa Loompas and domain and this kind of stuff, but also having to talk in terms of frequency readjustments and stuff. Don't be too caught up on the mechanisms. Just recognize that things are malleable right now. Focus on your affirmations, make the changes you want, and follow through on them. Be careful. Be careful, be careful, be careful what you're asking for. You understand? Okay, guys. That's the fillet behind me. Be kind to dogs and cats. Be kind to yourself. Listen to me. Life is too short to waste on bad food. And remember, guys, I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. Bye-bye.